There you go.
Oh, nice.
Hey everyone! I am showing you a Sony Cybershot DST H1. It is a beautiful digital camera, but however it is not an SLR because I can't take this off. I wouldn't try if I were you either. It has megapixels of 5.1, which I hear is pretty good. The shutter is in the center right of the front of the camera. Here it is. I'll take that off. Here's the shutter. The viewfinder is on the back. You have two viewfinders. You have the viewfinder and the LCD screen. I'm not going to turn my camera on because the battery is dying on me. So yes, let me put this back on. The shutter button is right here on the top. It's all shiny, very shiny, next to this and these. The menu button is located on the back, right above the dials. Right there. Right here. The playback button is on the mode dial. See, this is the camera, and so that would be the playback, where it has a little play button. The zoom button is located right here. It has a W and T for width and stuff like that. The delete button is down here. It will show you this and the delete because it also shows you the screen when you go to playback. On the top of the camera is the mode dial, but we will get to that later. Two other settings on the dial are the camera and film setting, which is the camera, as you see, and then the film, which looks like a little piece of film strip. The camera is used for taking regular photos if you want to customize the settings or anything like that. And then the film strip or the film is to take films like we nowadays do. At the back there are 5 little buttons, which is on the dial. There are 5 different things, and the top one, which is like the little lightning arrow, is the flash option. It shows your options for flash, whether you want it only when you need it, whether you want it all the time, or whether you don't want it ever. The flower allows you to take close-up images. So if I wanted to take a close-up image of a box, I could take a close-up image of a box. The circle, which is right here, it's at the bottom. It looks like a little O with a line going through it. Is the timer button. If you wanted to take self-timed images, you just press that, set your time, and run for the hills to get the picture you want. I use it for family photos, which everyone does. And the last one is a square with like a little curved arrow in it. It allows users to view last still images they took. So if I just took a picture of a flower and I wanted to make sure it looked good, or if I took a self-time image and I didn't know what it looked like, I could press that, press, and I could see what the still image looked like. Now in the middle of the dial is the select button. It's whenever you change any of the modes, you just press that and it keeps it that way. The next button is on the top right, and it's the BRK button. It's used for the ability to take multiple pictures and change exposure. And take photos without having to press the shutter over and over and over again. Yes. Also next to it is the focus button. The focus button. Because I take super horrid pictures that are always out of focus, so I just have to press that and it focuses it. I can't show you now because the battery's dead, like I said. And then in front of the shutter button, there's a little dial. It is, oh gosh, what is it? It's a jog dial. It's a jog dial. So whenever you go into one of these, which I will get to in a minute, you can change the setting. Okay, now the sub-menus. The sub-menus and their purposes. Purpose. There are 12 sub-menus on the mode dial. I already told you about 3, which is the camera, the playback, and the film. The next one is the P. Now, this stands for This stands for Program Auto Shoot, which it automatically adjusts the exposure of the camera. The S is a shutter speed. It changes your shutter speed if you want a fast picture, if you want a slow picture, if you want to capture the night of the sky, everything like that, you use the S and you adjust your shutter speed. The A is your aperture. Here, so you can see it. It allows you to manually adjust your aperture. The M is your manual exposure shooting mode. It allows the user to use camera after manually changing the exposure. The little moon is twilight, and I do not mean the book. Twilight is when you want to take photos at night. If you find the perfect view of a lake with the moon over it, you take it with this. Now the next one is the moon with a man beside it. It allows you to take night portraits.
Hold the door for me.
The candle is the candlelight scene. So if you want to take a picture of someone blowing out the candles on their birthday, you would use that. The next one is the palm beach, or the palm tree with a beach in it. It allows you to take beach pictures because I know it's really sunny on the beach and I like to take photos of people on the beach hanging out, so I use that. Next one is the golfer, and no, it is not just only used for golfing. It is used to take high-speed shutter photos, which allows you to take sports photos. So if I want to capture my nephew running into home base and sliding in, I'll use that. The next one is a landscape. It has little mountains, and it's in a little box. That's a landscape. You can take landscape photos, large landscape photos instead of small ones. And the last one is a person or two people. It is a portrait photo, and it allows you to take portraits of people. So this is my Sony Cybershot DSC H1, and hope you enjoyed.